Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we're back with another episode of Titans, episode 12. I watched the teaser for the final episode yesterday, and it looks absolutely fantastic. The Nightwing suit. I almost wish I didn't see it. I almost wish I didn't watch that teaser because now I'm looking forward to that episode than I am more so than I am this one. So that's the finale. We finally get to see Nightwing at in the season finale. The suit looks fantastic. It looks great. So I can't wait for that episode. Last time on Titans though, we had him finally escaping prison. Still not sure how he managed that escape, unless the implication was that a Nightwing, that myth came and rescued him, in his time of need. But he's now out of prison. Of course, I guess this means he's going to be taking on Destro, but not for the reason that we would have thought he would. This seems to be more about Jericho, who is now alive apparently. Not sure how, but well, I figured it's how his abilities actually work. Somehow when he died, he seemed to have possessed his dad. I'm not sure. I don't believe he's in control all the time, but it appears as though he has control, or he's engaged in a battle with his father internally in terms of who gets control. Because there was a flashback with where Dick visited his home and he was signing to him, and of course his imaginative Bruce essentially said that the mother was trying to tell him something, and if she was saying what I think she was saying, is essentially to help those two. To I think she wants to kill him, to kill Deathstroke, and in some way free her son, I suppose, because he's trapped in there, and he has first hand experience of everything Deathstroke is actually doing, every person he kills. Um, so I think on some levels he would want to stop his father. That's why he went to the church in the first place. So I think that's where we're at now. You know, Jericho's alive somehow. He's stuck inside Slade's body, and I think he wants Dick to kill his dad. I don't think we'd lose Deathstroke. He may be critically injured, but I don't think he'll die. At the very least, I do hope they don't kill him off permanently here. I don't want them to kill him and then miraculously he just comes back somehow, but it needs to be organic. In the way that we know Trigon is not dead, right? So I do hope we don't kill Slade off too soon. I'm still interested to know how Jericho's abilities work though, in terms of, can he just be present there forever? Without his body, can he move to a different body? Or I guess he can't, because otherwise, why would he still be in his dad's body? Um, so we now have a bit of information on our update on where Gar is now, and it seems as though they've figured out how to control him, and we're gonna be seeing some face off with the other Titans. Evil Gar and potentially Evil Superboy. We didn't see him at all last episode, but I imagine they're gonna try to manipulate him somehow. Hopefully, it doesn't work with Lexi's mind. He can hopefully figure that out and doesn't get manipulated that easily. But Gar, it seems, is a given. He mauled one of the lab assistants last episode. Which yeah. I've said as much as I will on Gar and where I hope the character eventually gets to. Um, for the time being, he just seems to be a bit of a distraction while we sort out the other characters. So we'll see. I still have hopes for him. I still want him to be that Beast Boy that we know and love, but he's not quite there yet. Rachel is having nightmares about Dick dying at Deathstroke's hands. So I guess she was, having premonitions about the battle to come. Only, I guess she sees Dick dying, and hopefully things don't go that way. She's trying to round up the team to help her to that end to save him. But Dick seems to always want to be the martyr and do things on his own, and that's what got him in this mess to begin with. So hopefully he sees reason and relies on his team, although the team is in shambles themselves and they're not very reliable. So to be honest, I can't blame him too much. Especially Donna. I don't get where her most of her criticisms come from. Yes, Dick lied about how Jericho died, but you guys pretty much knew everything else that happened, and you all had a hand in it. So, yeah, Donna is kind of my least favorite person right now because her motivations make no sense whatsoever. But Starfire is here. Hopefully, she can help to, bring things together. Although she has her whole own mess trying to sort out, but we need the team back. All right, guys, episode 12. Let's check it out. No. Okay, back 5 years.
Hold on, son. Dear, stay with me. Stay with me.
So maybe he did it to save Dick. So maybe he took him away from Dick so he wouldn't finish him. Is it his willpower that's preventing him from leaving?
Where have you been hiding?
Took a trip to get my head on straight.
Yeah, I don't think you
looks pretty straight
got
to me.
that right.
Cortado with oat milk car?
Thanks.
Is this still in his head? Yeah.
You the oat milk? Dude?
Please tell me this is in his head. Or did they have him on the test run? Like it's real. The CG for his tiger didn't look particularly great there. Normally it does look great. Didn't as much.
This beast is not an escaped zoo animal, but the work of rogue vigilantes, highly trained and extremely dangerous. They retain the services of a security
Who's
firm
this?
with experience in this kind of threat, a firm called Cadmus.
Holy shit.
Ah, they're creating a threat and then solving the problem. Smart.
So Sumi Sushi?
Hydrofoil?
Really? Really, dude?
She does.
Two hot girls show up at your door and you think, yeah.
I deserve good things.
You gotta get one of those. I mean, as far as accessories goes, it kind of has everything.
Oh, memory what?
I didn't know you white memories.
Attack Titan's tower, your face showed up on our cameras.
I was there. Yes.
Oh, it works at Cadmus.
What happened to our friends Connor and Gar?
They did some kind of brain salad surgery on them. The two of them. We control them now. Phase 1.
What's phase 2?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have clearance.
He's telling the
Yeah.
truth. Enjoy your sushi. They weaponized Gar.
Sounds like Connor too.
Ladies
Dude
and
deserves a break.
gentlemen, I give you the undisputed
Is this where Dick
leader
is?
of the Titans.
Okay.
Tonight, you brave patrons have a chance to write your
Is that
name.
where he went? I thought he wanted to get away from all of this. Come on, Hank. That wasn't too hard. Having fun. I don't know, I feel like there's been a time jump, but at the same time, the very first scene doesn't give that impression. Oh god, he's using again.
Fuck it.
Loved it, but it sucks that he's abusing substances again.
Fuck.
Man, what more? I don't know what this thing is.
It's Rachel. Gar's in trouble. She said they need all hands on deck. Yeah, no, fuck that. Titans can deal with their problems without us. It's not like they wanted us to help before.
Sounds like they need us now.
It's weird coming
Probably
from
dead
her.
planes from dead.
If they're getting back together, my dad will come for them. He'll kill them all.
Your dad is probably killing bankers in Geneva.
No, he's not.
What, you guys Facebook friends now?
Look, we need to talk.
Later.
Finally, no.
need to talk now.
Shut the hell up, Jason. So she was a part of the same team Slade was, I guess, and she's older than Jericho is. Slade, you dog. Okay. How'd you find him?
Look what I found.
Dad, I'm Rose.
How are these assassins being found so easily? That's literally a part of your job. It's discretion.
Mom said you wouldn't be thrilled to see me.
I was even less enthused about the idea, but I figured, what the hell? Leave us.
Yeah.
You shouldn't play with that. Somebody could get hurt.
I can't hurt you.
I didn't mean me.
I can't hurt me either.
Why can't you hurt him?
Hi, Daddy-o.
I was married at the time.
Oh, you had an affair.
She was just the last call at the Kansas City Radisson. It was
Casey's
love.
being honest.
Go home. And don't come back. If you do, I'll hurt you. I know how.
Okay, you just said go home.
You look amazing, Boo.
I don't feel amazing. I feel like a fraud.
Well, this boy Todd of yours doesn't think you're a fraud.
That's because he doesn't know me. Wish Dad were here.
You know your father never misses a tea time.
My real father.
Forget him.
Why? I don't know. Why is she so attached to the
Fuck
dad
me.
that was never
Play,
around? That just
Todd.
told her he will kill her if she comes back. I don't get it.
Where's Todd?
Uh-oh. Okay.
What is this?
It's a peace offering.
I have a date.
I was altered in the military. They managed a few improvements. I'm hard to kill. And so are you.
Great. Next time, text.
I can tell you more about yourself.
I don't get it. She was
Show you.
just saying how she wished Dad was here, her real dad. Dad shows up.
I'll take
What
you.
is this?
Look, I wasn't ready to be a father. But I am now. Now, that being said, if you want to live here and have a normal life, I'll never bother you again.
Should have chosen normal.
Todd's here.
Go with Todd. Obviously she doesn't, but should have.
drive.
It's very reminiscent of Slaves himself. I love the suit, not the helmet so much. I think that could have been completely covered her face or her entire head.
Right. Because crying always helps.
Darn it. Guy has staffs with bullets, guns with knives. Like, all these weapons are multifunctional.
I mean, is it general fuckery or he gave me a bank account? More money than I could ever spend. I helped him break out Dr. Light, and then
Yeah.
he asked me for more.
Yeah, I'll ask you to break into the Titans Tower and break the team up.
You did very well with the
So I just knock on their door and say, hey, Titans, I'd like to sign up.
Yeah, he might as well
leader,
have.
Big Grayson. He's got a weakness for strays, especially ones that need to be saved.
Saved from what?
From me. They're gonna find you and me fighting. And I'm gonna cut out your eye.
Funny.
Wasn't a
You're too
joke.
pretty anyway.
Fuck you.
Well, I guess that answers my question because her eye didn't grow back, so if she loses something, it's gone.
I wish I could take it all back, but I can't. Look, what I did hurt people. And it hurt you.
What the fuck was I thinking, huh? I am such an asshole, huh? I took you to that fucking school. I told you all my fucking secrets, huh? What was part of Daddy's training to fuck me the whole time? Done with this shit.
Look, none of this was supposed to happen. It just did.
Get the fuck off me.
Where are you going? Look, the Titans need us.
Back to
them,
Gotham.
Rose.
It was a lot simpler
Hey,
there.
fuck all you.
Go back to Gotham, dude. Let's fight criminals. You don't have to deal with all this mess.
Half the state of Nevada is looking for you. I knew exactly
He's an
where you'd be.
escaped convict.
Where's Slade?
San Francisco. Wintergreen told him that your friends are getting back together. He's gone to kill all of the Titans.
When?
He left this morning, right after he called his daughter.
She knows an
Slade called
awful
her.
lot.
Yeah, it sounded like they were working together.
For how long?
I didn't get any details. I just overheard a few phone conversations. Jericho told me that you had some kind of special talent. That you could almost fly, take down legions of bad men, that you could do the impossible. Well, I've got one for you, Mr. Grayson. Bring my son back to me.
I don't think that's what he meant. And Jericho's body is dead. I don't see how that's even possible. Handmade shoes. Is this the guy that makes his suit? I need an upgrade.
Hey, Stu. How you been? I need a new pair of shoes.
Sorry. I don't make those anymore.
Look, I don't have a lot of time. I'm sorry I burned your suit.
Oh.
I need your help, Stu. I need another one. Something different.
Rebranding.
Wayne said you'd be coming.
Of course he did.
So, already made it. Damn.
Hey, Lily.
All this beneath the shoe factory.
Hi, Dick.
They're no Lucius Fox, but still.
Perpetrator allegedly restrained staff in the back office while proceeding to rob the facility. Police say he stole nearly $3,000 and several
Yeah, I
boxes
think
of
Don
detergent.
needs to show up and knock some
Officers
sense
on
in
the
him.
scene say that no one was harmed in the robbery. If you have any information about this crime, please contact the authorities. In sports, a local high school football star, Ricardo Elliott, is headed to
So, I guess we're cleaning up this neighborhood. Sorry, that's probably my ladybird dove. Better go,
Right.
Better, okay. Oh, hey, dude.
Ah. Should be more careful.
You asked me where I could
Seriously?
score some blow and if I wanted to buy the suit for $200.
Ah. Hank.
You're lying.
Jesus, man.
No, I'm not. I swear.
I'll pay you back next week.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. Like, it was a privilege to wear the Hawk. Seriously, for the first time, I felt like I knew exactly who I was and what I was supposed to do. He must feel
Sadly,
like
he
that
doesn't
every day.
feel that way.
Yeah. Every day.
A brunette and a blonde. They delivered my sushi, then they wanted to see my hydrofoil.
Two ladies did this to you.
I guess so.
Attractive, these sushi girls.
Yeah, you could say
Should have
so.
been a giveaway.
Not these two.
They have my salmon box.
Phase 2's being rescheduled.
Are we aborting?
We're moving it up.
All right, then we have it, episode 12. A lot of things happened this episode. Quite a lot of things happened this episode. I mean, of course, the main thing, or at least one of the main things for me, is of course the flashback with Jericho and what actually happened, and to some extent, let's go with that, right? We finally got a step-by-step explanation of what exactly happened, because we've kind of been making assumptions up to this point in terms of how it happened. As a matter of fact, when they did the flashback, one of the first things I thought was that maybe Slade forced Jericho to do it, as in, to maybe save, in some way, try to save him in a way, but that doesn't appear to be the case. He made the body jump to him, I'm guessing to maybe stop him, but once he got inside of him, he realized, or it seemed as though it's a battle that you have to constantly be doing, and you're not necessarily guaranteed to win. I'm not sure whether, in terms of how Jericho's abilities work, because we saw him try it on Hank before, right? And he was able to possess him with no difficulties whatsoever. But here with Slade, it doesn't seem to be something that he can just do whenever he feels like it. So I'm wondering whether it's something to do with Slade's DNA in terms of the experiments that were done on him, since Jericho's power did come from him, or is it just dependent on how much willpower you actually have to resist the control, in which case it worked flawlessly with Hank, which I don't know. I think I'd consider Hank to be one of those persons who would have been able to resist it if that was the case, but it could be a combination of both, as a matter of fact. But yeah, Jericho is now confirmed. Jericho is definitely alive. Still inside Slade. taking any opportunity he can to actually kill him, which I don't know how difficult that would be when you think about it, right? All he needs to do is critically injure Slade. I mean, Slade has to sleep, unless he hasn't slept since, but he has to sleep. And if he sleeps and Jericho can get control, you know, and I mean, I guess it depends on how his powers work, because if he's asleep and Jericho takes control, he could just take a knife to his heart or something. It wouldn't be that difficult. But if you wake Slade, do you also wake? I mean, if Jericho wakes his body, do you also wake Slade as well? And then the tug begins all over again. So I guess it depends on how his abilities work. But for the moment, it seems as though he has moments where he can control certain body parts, but not completely control Slade. And his mother picked up on the messages. Dick finally showed up, and recognizing the signs that Jericho has been sending him. So they're ready to take him down. He went, of course, to get himself a new suit. So Nightwing is coming. Or if you've seen the trailer, you know. I would suggest not watching that season finale trailer. Don't watch it. I mean, it would be a bit more impactful if you actually see it in the episode itself. So I spoiled myself there. But he went to get a new suit made, and I guess they have a guy. They have a suit guy. I mean, normally it would be Lucius Fox, I guess, for Batman, but I guess Dick uses the same suit guy who sells shoes and fruitcake. But that was very interesting. The Hank and Dawn situation, I was really hoping, I said it earlier this season, that for Hank, I liked where these two started out at the beginning of this season, right? And I wanted Hank to sort of be in that mentor role rather than donning the Hawk suit again, right? They have a lot of Titans now who are inexperienced and not very well trained. I was hoping he was going to be that mentor who, you know, he doesn't want to put the suit on. He will put it on if necessary, but most of the days he'll just be training Gar and training Rachel, right? And training Jason and stuff like that. So that's where I saw Hank going. But he's relapsed and he's doing drugs again, to the point where he just gave his suit away for some crack. And it's sad to see where he is. And I mean, Donna was telling Dawn to go after him, but I think this is something that he needs to figure out himself. He can't come back for Dawn or even for the Titans for that matter. He needs to figure it out himself, and you know, it's a battle that he has to win on his own. So I think he will. And maybe if not the last episode when they have to team up against Slade. Or now the situation has become a bit more complex because Slade is no longer the only threat. Now they have to be worried about Gar, and they have to be worried about Connor as well. So we'll see how that goes. We only got to see Corey like briefly. I'm quite glad that they didn't spend too much time going through the whole disagreement with them, right? Because yeah, Dick needs to be rescued, but obviously he no longer needs to be rescued, right? So I'm glad I didn't spend too much time on that, and we now know where Dick is. I'm glad also that he himself actually now knows about Rose as well, because that's one of the things that have been, I don't know, I felt like they kind of pushed it back a bit, but I mean, 2 or 3 episodes ago, when Dick finally, when Jason was on the roof, right? And Dick came up and he's like, it's someone, the Titan's tower is compromised. Slade knows everything, and everyone was like, okay, Slade is coming for us. And then he found out that Jason's on the roof. He went on the roof to talk Jason down. But then we just completely forgot about the part where Slade has someone in the tower that's manipulating everyone. And then they completely forgot about it, and I don't know, it was never spoken of or touched on again. Everyone just forgot about it. Then they left Gar alone in the tower, even though Slade, the tower is obviously compromised. So they never went back to it, and now, and I'm just glad that they're finally catching up, because it's been perplexing me for quite some time now. I'm like, now he finally knows that it's it's been Rose, and I said from the beginning of this season, or when she first came in, that I think she's gonna be the Terra of this live action Titans. You know, for those of you who have seen Teen Titans, where Terra actually comes in and she's a mold for Slade. So that was my guess from the beginning, and it appears to be true. And I mean, it wasn't immediately obvious, but after a while, when you realize that, okay, when we had Jericho's backstory, none of the photos in their house, there were no memories of her whatsoever. It was just Jericho and his mom. There was no talk about Rose, nothing. So where did she come from? So it was highly suspicious. Now we know where she's from. We have a bit of a background on her, and we know that Slade found her after Jericho died and decided to make her his protege. It's interesting that he didn't make this offer to Jericho, and maybe he wanted a different life for Jericho, but not for her necessarily, or maybe her abilities make her, more suited to this lifestyle. But I understand why Slade manipulated her. He needs someone to help him, break the Titans apart. What I don't understand is Rose's motivations, right? I mean, when first of all, why did she even seek Slade out, right? I mean, I understand some persons who may be adopted, they have this need to find out who their legitimate father is, and at a certain point in their life, they may want to find that person, but I don't think usually they want to disregard their current family in place of this person that they know absolutely nothing about and who's never been present in their life before. And from her perspective, it seems as, okay, I love you, Mom. I love this dad that I've had who have raised me, but I don't like you guys anymore. I want to meet this guy who I don't know, and yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys behind to go with this guy. That's the vibe I got. And then when she got there, it's like now she's complaining. When he arrived at her house to pick her up, it's like she was just arguing with her mom, like I wish my dad was here. And then her dad shows up, and then her question is, why are you here and what is this? So her motivation seems to be a bit flip-flop a bit, and I guess her storyline compared to the other characters, it just doesn't interest me as much because it doesn't feel as organic as the others. It feels as though she was just shoehorned in there. So the more I learn about her backstory, the less convincing her motivations become, and the less clear her motivations become. Whatever love she may have for her brother, it's simply because he's her brother. They never grew up together. She didn't know anything about him. But still, she seemed hell-bent. You guys killed my brother. I'm going to get revenge on my brother. But, why? Right? So last episode, she actually said she was out. And Slade called her back to say, yeah, the Titans are getting back together. We need to go and kill them. So I don't know whether she will join them or she will go back to Slade and try to kill them now. From what she has said throughout this episode, it seems as though she now considers herself a part of the Titans. But I don't think she can completely do that until she actually comes clean to them, although Dick now knows the truth, but none of the others do apart from Jason. And of course we get to Jason now, who has... I said it during the reaction that I miss earlier seasons Jason and part of season 2 Jason. I miss the old Jason. This Jason that is, he's always been brash, but he's always been brash and jump in head first kind of guy, but he's never been, easily manipulated or this emotional, right? It's just weird to see the character make that jump from what you are accustomed to seeing him do. And in terms of their relationship falling apart, I don't particularly feel too badly about it because it never felt... It felt like, again, their relationship just came out of nowhere, right? She went to his room played some music, and apparently that was it. I wish relationships in real life actually work that easily, but they don't. So their relationship never really had much weight to it for me. So it was neither here nor there when they actually fell apart. So I mean, that's it. We're definitely gonna have something to look forward to the next episode. Not just the matchup against Slade, but Gar at the end there, who they did a test run with him in this episode at a coffee shop that he regularly goes to the point where the girl even knew his name and what he would normally order. And I don't know if he killed the girl per se. They didn't show him killing the girl. I hope he didn't. But he can definitely never show back up there again and order coffee. If they had cameras, his face is going to be all over the place. It's going to be tough to clean up, right? Of course, we know that this was just Cadmus creating a problem so that they can solve it themselves. So they're using this as a marketing ploy, potentially to get funding so that they can, create their own weaponized soldiers. So, I mean, as Cadmus, that's what they do. So I mean, Gar screwed up a bit because I wouldn't say. I mean, he didn't willingly go with them. They broke into the tower and took them forcefully, but he wasn't kicking and screaming when they were experimenting on him, or even when she went into the room. Right? He just didn't seem that resistant to the idea, right? And in some ways, Mercy seduced him in that, okay, I can give you all these things that your friends couldn't give you before. But I don't love that he fell for that easily, that he didn't resist any of it, and now he has no control over himself, and he's going to be going up against his friends, and he's killing innocent people. So it's not great. It's not great. Alright guys, be sure to post down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this episode and what your hopes are for the season finale. I can't wait. Hit like or subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.